Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Tim City. Um, I was on the socials and I came across this video. The title is "X Gang Finds God," you know, and it caught my attention because there are people there. Maybe it was a woman who, just to make an income for her family, she used to have sex with men in exchange for money, you know. Maybe it was a guy, in order to make some money for his family, he used to steal things, and now they think that they are too far gone, that there is no way that God would take them back. And I feel like this testimony will inspire you. And the title is literally called X Gang Finds God. And this guy used to do drugs. He used to sell drugs. His dad used to beat his mother when he's drunk. All his brothers, all if not most of his brothers and sisters have died because of drugs. This guy used to sell drugs. He's been to prison lots of times. He was in a gang, and currently he has he passed on in 2017, but he had cancer and diabetes. And in this story, he shares how God found him and what it means for him to be a child of God, and how far he's willing to go, and how he sees God, what God means to him. Okay, meaning you are also not too far gone. You can also be saved, and I will attach a verse at the end. Please like and subscribe. For me, it's a Sunday.
Hi, my name is Ralph Mendez, Pastor Ralph Mendez, as it is, but a little bit about myself. I came to U-Turn in 2008. I proceeded on to be an ordained pastor. I've done time in prison, 40 years in prison, back and forth. I got 3 terms, have 2 strikes, 18 years. And I remember the time that Pastor Jerry brought me to court and says, "Hey, God knows your heart, Ralph, don't worry about it." But it's easy said and done. But as the time went on, then I came back, the Lord came back and says, "You know what, all charges are dropped." So I went on my knees and I started crying. I said, "You know what, from this day on I should serve you." So I tell these guys, when you go to prison, you lose it. I mean, it's your waste of life. I was gang banging until I was 13, 14 years old. I got in a lot of trouble. I dealt drugs. I done everything you're not supposed to do. And right now I'm suffering the consequences of my sin. U-Turn has done a lot for me. If it wasn't for U-Turn, I wouldn't be in this place. I have 5 brothers and 1 sister. They're all dead from drugs, from using drugs. They said I would be the first one to die, but you know what? I made a different choice. I lived with a family. My dad used to beat my mom up. He was a drunk. My mom always used to call me and I used to try to get in between, but me being as a small child, I couldn't do that. So I just continue on, we were just living that life. Now the deal is that, did I want to become a gang banger? No, I made that choice. No one wants to become nothing, and they made it on their own, and that's what I did. I made that choice to gangbang because that was my family. Those are the people who I loved. To come out finding out the hard way, those aren't the people you love, because they don't love you, they just used you. Everybody says, "You know what, homie, I'm a soldier for Satan." You're not a soldier, you're a puppet. You're a soldier for Christ. And I promised Christ that I would always be a soldier. I would always give encouragement to the guys. And as time proceeded on, the drugs took its toll. I have liver cancer. I have diabetes because of the drugs. But I'm not going to put my focus on that. I'm gonna put my focus on the Creator and not on the created. A lot of guys put their focus on the created instead of focusing what God can do for you. Either way, you know where you're going at. I know where I'm going at. Prison was my lifestyle. I could adapt to prison. I could adapt to the homeboys. I could adapt to everything concerning the thug life, whatever you want to call it. But the deal what broke me is the time was when my son, Pastor Thomas, called and said, Dad, I love you. You're living on the streets. I don't want you to die out there. Well, it took me a year, funny, but that's what broke me. When he said he loved me. So I said, God, what am I gonna do? He says, I said, I give up. So I called my son Thomas. He came up there and goes, okay, pick me up. And that's where it started. I started to learn about Christ. At the beginning, I wanted to make my own little prison clique here. And God says, oh no, you're not. You're gonna follow me. And that's what I did.